guys, welcome to Everyday Tales with MKTS. I am MKTS and you are?
I'm your co-host Betty. This is where we just catch up. How has the week been? Everyday stories around us, within us, above and beyond us.
Talking about everything that has happened within us, without us, around us.
Sema tu kweli. Yako.
Mimi nimekuwa nikioja. Mimi siku hizi mambo yangu ni kidogo. Mimi na watch tu TV na kunywa uji.
ile uje kina uhunye.
Uji ni uji. Sijasema uji pa.
How's the week been?
The week has been okay.
One word to describe it.
Ni mbaya.
It can't be all that bad.
Okay, ni mbaya is not supposed to mean like it's bad. Like it can mean both ways. Like
it's one of those expressions that has double meanings.
It's what millennials used to say, norma.
Really?
Yes.
Like it's an extreme of whatever the situation is.
It's a norma sana, norma mbaya. It's either or.
Ni mbaya.
But ni mbaya.
I'm still here to find an appropriate place to... I see it being used around here, people using it around, but I am here to find a perfect fit for it somewhere in my sentence or in the expression.
Right there. Ni mbaya.
Hey! MKTS.
Yeah, but it's not my phrase though. Ni phrase ya Charlie Flani. If you watch TikTok videos, mtakutana. He makes some funny comments and then he ends it with ni mbaya. So that's the catch.
Depending on whether it's in a good way or in a bad way.
Exactly. Sasa ni wewe mwenyewe ujijazie ni mbaya aje.
Is that the current situation as we speak of ni mbaya?
Ni mbaya.
Would you elaborate?
Ni mbaya kwanza politically. Mambo imeanza kuchemka fiti.
Really?
Kabisa. I love where we're going.
I would say for a fact I don't think anything is taking shape yet.
Well,
it's pretty premature to be saying anything. And politically, things haven't really taken shape. I feel like we're just scratching the surface. So it's pretty early to make any assumptions yet.
Well, if you look at it from that point of view, yes. But also, look at it this way. We had Baba. Charisma. Everything around that guy was like magic. You look at him, you're like, I want to be this guy. People even named their children after Baba.
Quite a number.
Yeah, and now there's an organic crowd coming up, calling themselves
Sisi ndio Sifuna.
Exactly.
But don't you think that's too... This whole transition has happened too fast? That's what I'm saying. It's still pretty premature to say anything. Because, I'm looking at the conversations and I can see there's a group that's saying, if that's a whole movement, can he just resign from ODM? Like, if you're for the people, stand with the people, conversations like that. And you're wondering... where is this coming from?
What makes you think he's not standing with the people?
No, that's what people are now challenging him to do. Like, drop the party and because, ODM is broad-based, right?
Yeah.
And if you claim you're in ODM, that means you are in the broad-based government.
He's not claiming. He is in ODM.
Yes, he is in ODM. So people are saying if he actually wants to say he's with the people, he should just drop ODM. But you see, I think the understanding behind most of this conversation is that he belongs to that party. I think they are having their own differences within the party, but that does not mean you abandon the party at that particular time. So anyone who's looking at it from that perspective is missing the point.
Yeah, sibling rivalry, right? But you see...
Could that be?
Yeah, possible, because I feel like politics is all about controversy, and controversy pushes the narrative further. So, if Sifuna is in ODM or not, he still is with the people. Sifuna doesn't change who he is, whether he is with the people, whether he is with ODM, whether he is with Ruto, he is Sifuna. And that's why the message is not Mimi ni ODM. The message is Mimi ndio Sifuna. So whatever the case, if you want me to be with the people, I am with the people. If you want me to be out of ODM, I'll find a way.
So he's sort of waiting for direction from the people.
Yes, exactly. And that is what I feel this whole Linda Mwananchi tour is about. Let's walk around, let's find out what the people really expect of us. You remember they were talking about the NDC and things like that?
Yeah.
The whole essence of having the NDC was to go around the country, hear people's views, and now work with what the people
what's
have.
on the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
But don't you think it's too early or it's just perfect timing?
perfect
The election is like what, a year?
I think
About a
around
year
18
and
months.
18 months away.
Yeah.
So we're going to be seeing a lot of political rallies from here henceforth.
This thing they talk about hitting the iron when it's hot.
Strike while the iron is hot.
Exactly. So I think, I don't think I know for a fact that this whole shenanigans. A few weeks ago, we were talking about Rigiji, Wamunyoro.
There's very little hope.
Exactly. In the past few days, you've not heard about Wamunyoro.
I know.
So, the president didn't envision a problem called Sifuna. He knew his problem is united opposition. And he had said, this ones, I will throw to them asubuhi mapema.
But there's also let me say, I don't know what I want to put it. Like there's an arm, or there are people who are of the opinion that Ruto is controlling the opposition by launching a false opposition, you know. What do you think about that?
Of course, it's politics. Those things happen.
So it could just be true, or it could just be propaganda.
Let me throw in a stupid question. There's this guy who vied for presidency, the third candidate last elections. What was his name again?
This guy.
So,
Wajakoya.
no Wajakoya. There was the other one after Wajakoya. No, it wasn't Kenneth. Kenneth got fired. There was a Kikuyu guy.
I thought that was Wajakoya.
No, it was a very little known political party. But they were
he
cleared.
came third.
I think he came fourth. There were only how many candidates?
There were about, I think, 7.
Okay.
Yeah, we had 7 presidential candidates.
He fell into this other category that didn't make it.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you ask me about that guy right now, I can't find him. I can't trace him anywhere. He's not a minister.
He died a political death after the election.
Yeah. But what was in it for him? You get?
I hear you. But you see, everybody, as you aspire to be a leader for whatever position, there's usually a driving force behind it. Some people make it clear known by what they stand for. Some people stand for something on their portfolios and manifestos, but deep down, that's not what they really stand for. Like you say, you don't know where they are a couple of years down the line. Never heard of them. They're not contributing to anything
politically,
constructive.
socially.
I know. So I think that happens when politics is also not an easy route just to talk about it. It drains you emotionally, financially,
mentally.
Yeah. So when you don't win, there's a lot that takes for you to recover, you know, to just be okay.
Yeah.
That's what I used to say. I used to admire about Baba. For some reason, he just always bounced back.
The whole Pandora's box around Baba's losing elections. Don't let us go there. But let me ask, for what do you think a person like Sifuna stands for?
So I think when Baba died, there's been like a gap.
A void,
there's been, people are having discussions around things happening and no one is, like, things are going wrong. Systems are not working. We are being overtaxed, for example. We are not getting value for money for most of the services we are paying for through our taxes.
Sure.
So people are asking these questions, but not bold enough or loud. They're not asking loudly enough. So I think there's just been that gap. There's been a need to fill a gap of someone who can advocate for these same things they're thinking about. Exactly. And I think that's where now Sifuna comes in.
That's the point. That's actually the point. Where do you think somebody like Jalas, what do you think he stands for?
So as I have very little to say. I have very little to say about Jalas because I still quite haven't understood his political demeanor. Let me say political demeanor, because from what we see on social media, he seems to be doing work in his constituency.
Yes.
And so that gives you that side of him that probably he's into a ground, he's doing the work. But then again, if you look at it from the political angle, what is he contributing? Like, let's say he's a member of ODM.
Yeah.
How is he helping the democratic movement in ODM? And maybe you might not be able to answer those directly because you don't know what goes in the party. So yeah, I haven't really quite understood him, so I'm not gonna make a comment.
So this is a guy, Jalas, trying to fill in Sifuna's shoes, right? As the next governor for Nairobi. Then there's Sifuna trying to fill in Baba's shoes. We all know what Baba stood for, right? Now we know what we're getting to know what Sifuna stands for. But you look at a guy like Jalasa, as soon as he won his election, a few days down the line, he was in State House.
Ah, yeah, I remember that story.
He was the first guy to sell out.
I remember that story.
He was even, he went through like the party disciplinary avenues.
Ah, I remember that.
Exactly. So this is, to me, I look at him like a guy who is out to make a quick buck. Because what is in it for him if he loses? What is in it for him if he becomes the next senator?
There's a lot to unpack there.
Exactly.
I think maybe that it will come out eventually as we go into this political season. Some of these things are going to come out clearly, where people stand, what they stand for, and what they are allowing. You know, what you're choosing, what you're not choosing, you're allowing. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we are yet to see that.
But I liked the event in Kakamega. It was
that was something.
It was very less chaotic. Whoever was handling the security,
That's what I heard. There were casualties.
Yeah, but compared to the last time Wamunyoro went to address a crowd.
Where's Wamunyoro been your only point of reference in this? No, do you have something against him?
It's not that I don't like the guy. I like him because he's a truthful man, but his truth is coming in a bit too late. I mean, if you were sharing the loot with the president, you wouldn't be talking about him right now.
I am, let me just say, this political season from last election, like those who have all been elected in this from the previous election, I think that whole breed of politician has just shown us dust. Exactly. They've shown us characters, they've shown us things.
So yeah,
you loot and you're out there and you're like, let me be honest, I did not even taste the soup.
Imagine.
Surely. And we saw you cleaning your mouth after you have been
we saw you in the whole bowl of soup.
So yeah, they're gonna come out and stand and say, I took nothing, I got nothing, I left empty-handed, you know.
Yeah. So the Kakamega declaration, it's like, okay, it wasn't a rally, it was a declaration. This was, if you look at it metaphorically, this was the prodigal son coming back home to his people. And those Amalamba grounds weren't just out of the blues. This guy literally grew up there. He went to school there. That same field he was addressing the crowd, he played football there.
Is that a coincidence or?
It is not. Okay, maybe because walinyimwa Buhungu Stadium, but kwenye Buhungu Stadium I understand because there was another function going on there. Wakanyimwa Muliro by there angetosha. Muliro Gardens is small. It's right in the middle of town. So wase angetosha. But hiyo Malemba. And then wajua ni community land. Hakuna mse anakuja kusema nitakunyima nini. It's like you see back in the day when kulikuwa na urban planning. So kuna manyumba, kuna mashule, kuna makanisa, then kuna uwanja ya watoto
playground.
So it's
the purposed planning for the governments back in the day.
So that field served that purpose.
So that was pretty symbolic.
It was. So why I call it a declaration is this guy came back home to his people. He asked them, mumenijua mimi ndio
Like the blessing.
yeah, so they stood with him like when mtoto wetu nini. Even the videos that said anybody coming here to cause harm will face the full wrath
of the law.
Yes. And they faced the full wrath of Mpini na Jembe.
I saw the photos, the crowds were huge.
Yeah, but I feel hii ni siasa ya kitambo. You don't need to call people to go disrupt another person's meeting. Like, you don't have anything to lose.
Yeah, but you know, when you've been taught by a master, you tend to walk or live in your master's ways most, if not all times. So,
exactly, but I'll take you back to what happened in Kakamega. There were some goons, for lack of a better word, that were paid and even waliwekewa mafuta kwa pikipiki wakapewa reflector jackets zimeandikwa tutam.
What?
So these guys, after wamewekewa mafuta kwa pikipiki, walienda pale wakatoa hizo ma reflector wakachoma.
I like that. People are being more woke about.
So I think,
or they're more conscious about decisions they're making.
Yeah, the kind of generation of people that are coming into politics, the ones that are woke, the ones that really know what they're agitating for. I don't think they are in a position to be used like
I know. And I'm loving the fact that I am seeing people pointing out, even as people are on this Indio Sifuna wave, as other politicians come to try jump on board, like, you know, they're joining the party.
Yes.
And Gen Zs keep reminding them, don't think we forgot how we voted for the finance bill. So that's pretty good in terms of accountability. So then you know it's not a one-time decision. It's something, once you choose a path, you carry the consequences of walking that path the rest of your political life.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think I believe Sifuna saw that gap and he said, I will align with my people because that is what Baba wanted him to do.
Yeah, he let him be.
Yes.
Enough about politics.
Can you hack it?
You know, we are saying leadership is bad, life is lifing. See, Ebu share some to tidbits of how to survive this life.
How to survive this life?
Yes, a few hacks you could share so that it makes life a little bit more bearable.
Zangu ni controversial.
Let's hear them.
Me? Don't spend on nothing.
What?
Yeah, anything that is not in your like day to day, you shouldn't be. Okay, nenda kazi asubuhi. I know I'm supposed to maybe pay a bike or something. Maybe I'll have lunch. I'll buy airtime. Nini. This is in my day to day. I know. I'll pay my bike guy. I'll pay my mamboga for food. I'll go to some kibanda. I'll eat. Ini daily. So anything that is coming in, netumie 2K urgently.
But they always say you should have like a side budget for, like, you know.
I don't have side budgets for nothing. As in,
so you 2K urgently forget.
2K urgently mazi. Hata pia mimi naitafuta urgently.
Ala. Life hack. So that's a bit on the finances, which I think also we can one of these days talk about fully, exploit and give some proper deep dive. Do a deep dive, yes. Give some proper tips there.
But I think about finances, nimegundua, the only way you're winning with finances is discipline. True.
But then also it doesn't mean discipline is bad and all discipline. I think if you're like at 80-90%, I think you should be really proud of yourself that you're doing really well.
No, I didn't say ati discipline 100%. I just said discipline.
Mbona unajitetea hapo?
Unajua unaweza kuweka pesa yako mahali. We're humans, maisha happen. Umeweka pesa yako mahali, umeika kwa KMMF mahali, umekaficha, alafu mahali umekwama kabisa. Alafu
unajiuliza everything.
Mimi sasa nilale njaa na pesa yangu kwa mahali.
Umeweka kwa MMF, it's earning interest, but
unamuona chuna kidogo, unachuna kata 2 hapo unaendelea na.
But the whole point about MMF, it's actually where you park your money as you wait to do something bigger.
Exactly.
So when you have decided to park it there, just let it be. Shughulika na vitu zingine kwa maisha.
Hebu nikuulize, are you which kind of person are you? Are you a loans kind of person or a savings kind of person? Or both?
Elaborate that.
Like, if you so whether how you make your yearly plan, say this year I want to do A, B, C, and D. So for you to achieve those A, B, C, and Ds, which direction do you mostly gravitate to? Is it borrowing or is it saving?
So it could work either ways. It depends on when do you want to do it. Like from the time of conception to the actual product. Like how long would it take? For example, if you're doing a project.
Yeah.
So then that determines what resources you have at hand and what can you be able to get extra. If it's something that doesn't require so much, maybe you can be able to, sacrifice, save for it, get it. If it's not too hefty.
Yeah.
But if something that is a bit too heavy and you really want to have it, then you get a loan and then do it, because given the timeline is short, and then now discipline yourself to pay up what you borrow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So about the loans, another life hack is stay away from loan sharks.
Do you know, let me tell you the surprising thing, that currently I think Kenya is like, it's a vicious cycle. Rent, madeni, payday, utilities, madeni, cycle.
Yes.
Evo. And to a point now you're even borrowing because the survival system has become so tough.
You're robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Yes, and you keep doing that and the month keeps going and
it's like a cycle.
Yes, it's a cycle that repeats itself until you decide consciously, I need to make a change. As you said, we'll do a deep dive in the finances.
Yeah, until you decide consciously to vote in leaders that care about it.
It had to go back there. Yes,
because
it's the foundation.
It is the foundation.
That's the foundation of most of the inflation we're experiencing. Things could be different if we had different people in place, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah. So, speaking of hacks, so do you ever? So this is just to let's say what to. I'm looking for the word.
Find it.
To sort of live a relaxed life. Don't rush your mornings. That's a legit life hack.
Man, I know that. I've been
knowing. Do not rush your mornings because that's where your whole day stability and rhythm.
Like you're setting
starts.
The mood for the day.
Kabisa.
I wish my boss listens to this.
Because when you leave, so I always say that if I know I want to leave the house at a certain time, I'd rather wake up as early as possible, spend all the time getting ready, so that I have enough time to be ready to leave at that point.
Where do you think I wake up at 4?
4 a.m. Eish,
actually, it's 4:44 because 4:44 is symbolic. I can do a quick meditation, like a prayer or something. Then I kidogo workout nini. Go online, read something, learn something. If I have to edit, I edit. If I have to write something, but mekamda bila kuandika, I need to do something. So hiyo ndo time yenye nakwanga creative. So hiyo ndo time yenye niko on.
So that's your like creative window.
Yeah, that's my creative window. Actually inaanzanga 3. Your creative window inaanzanga 3, but now because I need to get some good sleep, naisukuma hadi 4. But most of the times kuna ikiamka imeamka 3, hakuna alarm, macho nafunguka yenyewe sha.
So you have a whole ritual before you actually get into your morning preparation.
Yeah, then my other morning preparation is I don't leave my house dirty.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I think that should be, that's not even like a thing. Like it's automatic. It shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, but see, we get caught up in life by the pika ugali jana usiku kakasahau ukasahau kuosha sufuria.
So the dirt you're talking about is the sink.
Actually, it's general like
I know, but usually that's where it starts.
That's where it starts.
Yeah.
So ulifanya hivyo asubuhi umeamka ukawa umechelewa sijui nini ili happen something, then you lose the chance to clear your space.
And you leave it all
like
jumbled
that.
up.
So it's like energy. So you've left you. I look at my house as a sacred space for me. So this is my like shrine. So I've left it na uchafu, vyombo chafu, viatu nimetupanisha kila mahali, kitanda sijatandika, kuna vumbi sijafagia.
Feels disorganized.
Yeah, so nikitoka job nakuja na ile energy yenye nimetoka nayo job, nimechoka nini, nataka niingie mali, ni rest. So I'm coming into a dirty house and bad energy from work, bad energy from the house that I left dirty. So unafika kwa nyumba unaboeka.
So you're boiling in negativity.
Exactly. So everything is going like wrong for you. But ni kitu ungefanya, ungeamka asubuhi utandike kitanda. Hata kutandika tu kitanda peke yake.
I know.
You need to like your morning needs to start with something that gives you purpose.
True. Like a rhythm, like a beat.
Like,
and that's what you keep at the whole day.
Like una feel accomplished doing umefanya kitu fulani.
Yeah, it's actually said even just making, like once you get up and you make your bed, that's you should be giving yourself points for, those two small tasks you achieve. So they slowly build up to bigger, better habits along the way.
And also they build up to how you handle the rest of your day.
True.
Because ukiamka asubuhi umeanza kupiga shughuli inamaanisha you'll be active for the rest of the day. You wake up lazy, you carry that laziness along
into all your tasks of the day.
So unapata and then again, this is interesting because you give your best hours to your employer. So why not give yourself a few hours to just make things that
I do.
In
fact, you have mentioned something I wanted to talk about.
Go ahead then.
We give so much. To the people around us, to the people we're with, whether they are our relatives, our siblings, our friends, our employer, as you said, our neighbors. But do we ever sit down to think that if the situation was calling for me to give myself or pour the same for myself, would I be able to do the same? With the same energy, the same dedication? And it's so simple, just that simple. Pour as much into yourself
fast
as you're doing unto others.
Exactly.
So if you miss that, I think you end up being in sort of like on you hear people say, I can't pour from an empty cup.
From an empty
cup. So you keep running out. So it gets to a point you're drained because your cup is empty. You've just been pouring and not receiving.
By the way, do you have a social battery?
I think I do.
How often does it run out?
I think it needs a recharge once every week.
Once every week?
Or no, like on a daily basis, of course, definitely at the end of the day. But then there's a whole week has gone by and you need like a whole day to just, recharge.
This is why I asked. I used to go out a lot. Then after every time I'm out, I feel like I need a whole week just to
recover.
Just decompress.
So would you call yourself an introvert or an extrovert?
I'm an introvert, but people know me as an ambivert.
So interesting. So they say that a lot about introverts. Like one socialization meeting takes them a whole 7 business days
to recover.
Because you're always feeling like you just want your own space.
I'll say this for the introverts. I think we're also overthinkers because we live in our heads most of the time. So we learn quickly how to analyze patterns, how to read people. So before I reach out to you, I've already done my homework.
By overthinking the whole
by overthinking the whole situation. So
interesting.
I like to think of myself as somebody, wase wengi wananijua. Okay, najua wase wengi, lakini si wase wengi wananijua. Sijui kama wananipata.
That's what you'd rather, that's your kind of social network you'd want to have.
Not what I'd want to have.
That's what's happening for you. Okay.
Like me, my friends, like 1, 2, 3, wanahesabika, like people who actually know what's going on with my life, and I have my own neat circle. But sasa kuna wase wengine pia wengi wenye they'd like to associate, like tunajua mse, tunamjua, tunampatanga. Like see, you've been with me somewhere where everybody wants to say hi.
Yeah. So I tend to agree, and also I'd like to say that I realize we get connections with different people differently, and even to some point, some other group of friends would be surprised that you actually get along with this person.
Exactly.
Because I always believe humans are very social beings.
Yep.
And if you're open enough to interact with other beings, you get to connect on levels that sometimes you'd not even have imagined, you know.
Exactly.
And that's the whole social build around human connections.
Interactions.
Yes. So yes, I hear you, as you say, you have few friends, but you have these people you know, because at some point, one point or another, there's a point of connection you made. And from that connection, you might not even say you're friends, but I get you get me from that point.
Yeah.
So that's also pretty interesting.
Yeah.
As we speak of the artists and interesting song of the week.
Before we even get to song of the week, a lot has been happening in that industry.
Which one?
The music industry. The OGs have been brought back to life.
Are we talking about what? What did I hear? Those beef in the streets.
We haven't even gotten to the beef.
Allah?
Yeah, the OGs have been brought back to life. I mean, okay, there's OG Calligraph Jones. And then now, before Calligraph Jones, there were massive hard guys. Okay, let me just get to the point. There was Johnny Vigeti. I've written about him before. I
have no idea who that. He's a Kenyan.
He's a Kenyan. In fact,
he used to rap back in the day.
Still raps.
Oh, is he the one that was hosted by Calligraph on some teaser video?
Yeah, they actually have a song. It's called Spime.
He almost he felt or he sounded like Kalamashaka.
He's from that genre. He is Kalamashaka.
Oh, he was in the Kalamashaka group.
Yeah, he's called Johnny.
I thought so. I thought so. His voice sounded very familiar.
Yeah. He used to have bangers back in the day, but I think back in the day, I don't think music used to pay that much. So he got caught up in his life. He's a recovering alcoholic, but now he's okay. There's also another guy from the same group, anaitwa Kitusiwa. He's also a recovering alcoholic. And I don't know, there's something about artistry and addiction.
Showbiz has crazy, I say dynamics, let me say. Showbiz has some crazy dynamics that if you are not very careful, you can fall off badly.
Yeah, sure.
And I think a lot of our artists some of these artists have been able to demonstrate that. And I also think the support system you have around you when you're growing your artistry usually determines how that also goes. Because when you're with people, sometimes it's hard to go deep into some of these let me say characters or some of these side shows. I'd call them side shows, because maybe every other time someone will be pulling you back. We are here. Let's do this.
But have you seen how almost every other musician is either doing a drug, maybe they're smoking weed, or they're drinking, or maybe they do even more hard stuff? Have you noticed how it's almost in about 10 musicians or artists, 7 of them are doing drugs?
It's that bad?
Yeah. So
that's like 70%.
Yeah. So
wow.
Which makes me ask, is it because there's a lot of pressure in the industry to do better, to do more, or just be up on your game the whole time? Because see, the illusion of being on some of these drugs is you don't get to burn out. And from
maybe that's still haunting the artists right now.
From this perspective of Johnny Vigeti, because I've listened to him before on a podcast, he came out as somebody that was always in the studio.
Okay.
So he didn't even have time for himself. So he'd either, to be on, he wanted like to record maybe 16 songs. This is why I tell you about pushing it. This guy could record like 20 songs in a day. He hasn't left the studio. He's in there. He literally lives there. So when he's running out, as in he's running out of his energy juice, he calls his plug delivers to the studio, smokes up something, gets the inspiration, does another song.
So that sort of also became a lifestyle.
Exactly. So you don't know when it catches up with you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, as you say, that we need to be living more consciously.
Yeah,
as
but-
we are talking about artists and music, we need to be living more consciously. So, and when you're living consciously, I think you can be able to call yourself. You call yourself out.
Yeah.
Like,
But it's
unajita mkutano.
it's also
Najiambia, why
in
am I doing this so repeatedly or so oftenly? And is this something I can control, When you have those frequent conversations with yourself, you're able to stick on your path.
Yeah.
But if that's missing, then there's no helping you. You probably would go down that road and...
But also, I wanted to say, some of these people who have been struggling with those addictions are making active solutions to quit alcohol. They are going to
like they're trying, they're doing the work.
like I can count a few in the rap industry. There's Johnny Vigeti, there's Kitusiwa, there's Virusimba. This is for people who are struggling with some kind of an addiction before. They were big shotters back in their time, in their prime. They were good. So life caught up with them. For a reason, they stopped doing music. So now, and this is why I said the OGs are being brought back. Now this artistry is coming back.
The talent is still there.
The talent is still there, and it's now more sober. I mean, you can now relate to what they say. Like, oh, so you...
Like it's a lived experience.
Yeah, so like you really went through this shit. Yeah.
And it's actually a more impactful lesson when it's a lived experience.
Yes.
Wow. That's really, really, really interesting. I was listening to this artist called Mutoria. And he's done a song.
Mutoria.
Yeah. I was listening to a song that he's done with what's this lady's name? Cero. Called Pressure.
I mean, by the way, you're not written about Cero.
Really?
Read my work, man.
Eish.
Me, I don't want to say discovered, but I encountered Cero like before COVID. Kuna hii ngoma yake fulani ilikuwa it was a Facebook sensation. Kasiokiwa Mitumba. Yeah, so Mutoria's song. Which one?
Yeah, you have written something about Cero.
Yeah, I've written something about Cero.
What was that about?
I was featuring her album.
And then I'm just realizing she's been around for a while.
She's been
and
around.
We just noticed her the other day.
No, you did.
Okay, I noticed her. I think up until last year, I didn't know she had been an artist. Like, I thought this was just her launching pad.
To me, I was telling him, I started listening to her before COVID.
Yeah, so they've done this song with Motoria called Pressure. And my take home message from that song, we've made it this far. We are gonna be okay with wonderful scars that remind us of our ways. And I think that's pretty deep.
That's
We are living, surviving, wengine wana exist too, but we made it this far, and lessons and all these challenges we faced along the way, they build you, they remind you what you're working for, what you're fighting for, what you're pushing for. Yes. So I think that's what we need to, as we start out the week. It's gonna be a beautiful one.
Do you know what other word sounds almost same as deep? Beef.
I thought we were done with beefs.
Did we even talk about it? We didn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there's Denzel. Denzel apparently is toxic lyrically. And
that's his
ID
government name. Yes.
And then now there's Brooklyn Boys. Brooklyn Boys are the guys I was telling you about the other time, by there. They're good, but
which is the hit song?
Brooklyn Boys nilikuwa na dream ya kutoka kwa block.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was a song that introduced many of us to them, and there's Toxic. So I believe that Brooklyn Boys, in as much as they're putting in the work, but they want to ride on Toxic lyrically's fame.
You have to do what you have to do to get ahead.
I mean, you see, back in the day when we talked about beef, it was beef. Like, catch you on our streets to beat you up.
But I heard there was even a fight.
But that was staged.
Oh,
Show me
like
the
it was
cashew
not
nuts.
organic.
It wasn't organic.
So this whole beef is also not organic.
It's the same thing Nani is doing, Obina is doing with Kina Majembe, but we're not talking about them today.
I'm yet to catch up with Majembe, so yeah, not today.
Yeah, so I think they're popularizing these things so that they release a series of songs. Because I think Toxic did a song, Brooklyn Boys did a song, Toxic did another one in response. Then Brooklyn Boys did another song, then I don't know, Toxic pulled up in their hood or something.
Okay.
Yeah, so
they're probably building traffic towards the release of the music.
yeah, I think so.
Okay.
But
pretty interesting. I thought it was a real beef, but I kept wondering, na hiyo beef imeisha haraka aje?
I hoped it was a real beef because I've seen leo some guy from Brooklyn Boys posted that tumeongea na Denzel na mambo iko sawa. Expect new music. Well, what the hell is that? You see, back in the day,
people have run out of ideas, right?
The beef was crazy. It made people like join gangs. There was like the Bloods and the Crips.
I have no clue who those are.
It's old school hip hop heads will understand. There used to be two gangs in LA, like two main gangs. So there were the Bloods. They used to wear a red bandana, and the Crips used to wear a blue bandana. So everyone in those hoods was affiliated with a gang because it was crazy like that back in the day. So if an artist maybe from West Coast or East Coast associated with either, they presume we have beef.
So the beef was between the East and the West?
Yeah. But now you see this...
So our local beef that's happening here, there's no East or West, they're just artists.
Just artists doing their things, na kiki. Even Calligraph Jones himself said, mkimaliza hizo drama fest zenu.
That was Loki. Loki hakuwa shopo.
Alafu some guy in the comments akamwambia sijui na Octo. Akamwambia nilishamaliza nilishaua nikamaliza story yake. So
oh my God.
You see, somebody like Calligraph used to push it like that. Like kuna beef zingine ukisikiza, like if you hear this song from Sekama Bass Doobies, it in a land. But you see, I've listened to these songs, the wamekuwa released back to back. They're not catchy. There's nothing I can.
Maybe it's just you're not the target audience.
Probably, yeah, probably. Because I am into old school. So that last time, the place we were, Jana, I inspired that playlist.
Interesting.
Nilitoka mapema lakini nilikuwa nimechezewa ngoma zangu 1-2 so nikadetermine BPM itendaje. So what you were enjoying, I began it.
It went into soft rock.
It did?
Yes. And pop and of the day. It was pretty rich.
We need to organize something around old school R&B. Yeah? We will not talk about it today.
So
home of exclusives.
Yeah.
Anyway, so kesho ni Monday. Unaambia nini?
Or Friday, depending on how you look at it. Exactly. Remember?
Lakini saa wase wa kibarua wanajituma kama barua. Unawaambia nini wakianza Monday kesho?
Just give it your all. Live consciously. And enjoy every moment. Live in the moment.
In the moment, right?
Yes. Hii story ya watu kubeba lunch wanakula kwa desk and you want to call that a lunch break. We need to live a little more.
By the way,
just get up, go grab a cup of coffee, look up, look outside. Stop looking at your phone. Be aware of what's happening in your surrounding. Maybe you'll get to appreciate life a little more.
Nikaulize, hii lunch break inafaa last how long?
It depends. Majorly, it's usually an hour.
An hour, right?
Yes. Why?
Nika nimegongwa.
Umegongwa you. How long would you want lunch break to be?
Okay, ni if I go here 1 hour. An hour is good. You can leave, go do it, one thing, run an errand, nini, do your thing, come back.
Until the one I'm trying to discourage. If it's lunchtime, it's lunchtime. It's not errand time.
No other time do I get.
So plan yourself, but
Don't
yeah.
you may plan up for lunch then you get.
So then now you end up rushing through your lunch. But it can't also happen every day. It happens once in a while.
Yeah, sure.
But we are saying live a little more. Just immerse yourself in the moment. If you're having breakfast, put your phone aside. Enjoy the smell of your tea. Taste it. Feel it, just don't just consume because...
Yeah, kata mingi sana. Shughuli yote kwa nini?
And didn't I just say a life hack is just, having a slow morning. And that's the whole point.
I get you.
That calms you down. You leave the house organized, focused, better prepared.
Yeah. But you want to talk for your advice of what? Lakini mimi naambiaje, go out there and kill it. Do what you have to do. Be a beast. Let them remember you for what you do.
Awesome.
On that note, watufuate wapi?
Instagram, YouTube, Facebook.
Hizo mali zote mtufuate tu. Na wazee mkitusupport, tutafika mbali.
You didn't just say that. It was nice having you.
Yeah, anyway, guys, that has been the pod. Have a beautiful week again. It is me, MKTS, and
Betty. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.